Welcome to the Sprinkles of Spirit podcast. I'm Lisa, and I am your host. With a lifelong passion for self-discovery, personal growth, and spirituality, I have realized the ability to transform our lives is a timeless gift that lies within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Join me in this space every Thursday as I share with you all of the powerful practices and tools that have helped me elevate my mind, body, and spirit, as I know they will do the same for you. Together, we'll unleash your potential through self-love, self-acceptance, and faith, empowering you to live an inspired life that radiates with authenticity, purpose, and unwavering joy. I am so grateful you are here. Remember, you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and you are loved beyond measure. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here with me this week. So wherever you are, let's get into the here and now by taking one cycle of breath together. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep inhale through your nose. Fill up the belly, the ribs, the shoulders, and the chest. And then let your exhale come out of your mouth as you feel your shoulders soften. Relax the eyebrows and soften your jaw. And allow your next cycle of breath to come in and out through the nose. And then slowly open your eyes. Okay. Ooh, I always need that. Powerful breath. So today is the winter solstice, and I am a summer girl, but I do love this time of year. I appreciate nature so much more now than I ever did before in my life. The awareness of the turning of the wheel, right? Mother Nature goes inward, The winter solstice is the longest night of the year, longest day of the year, rather. And it's a time to go inward, And I want to talk to you about that because I think, when you pay attention more to nature and you move through your life, attuned to nature and move with the cycles that are happening outside around you on this earth, there's something very healing about that. And there's something it allows you to be more reflective than reactive, trusting the cycle of life, right? As we just witnessed, all of the leaves fell to the ground. And now we're preparing, right? Winter, I think of as like a beautiful time of reflection and preparing. So I want to give you this week 3 ways that you can move through this time of year. And yes, it's the holidays. And for many of us, it's joyful or it's a mixed bag of emotions, right? We're emotional, we're joyful, we're grateful, we're stressed, we're anxious because there's so much going on. And I want to give you 3 ways that you can really enjoy this time of year to the fullest, and appreciate what's happening with Mother Nature and how you can use the winter solstice to really allow you to experience spiritual growth and connect to your capital H higher self and come from a place of love rather than fear, right? So get out your journal and write these 3 ways down. The first one, of course, is what I'm talking about, is use it as a time to connect with nature. So notice, observe what happens. This is the longest night of the year. So think of darkness and observe the stillness and the quietude of the winter landscape. If you can, sit outside, maybe in the dark tonight, pay attention to the crispness of the air. The trees are bare, and it really is a time that I reflect on the cycle of death and rebirth. And many of us have lost loved ones around this time of year, and it can make this time of year quite emotional and quite difficult, And when you connect with nature, we understand the natural cycle of death and rebirth. It is going to happen. There is, we're having this human experience, and part of life is the cycle of death and rebirth. So maybe, in your journal, write about that. What are your feelings on the cycle of death and rebirth, darkness and light? How do you feel about it? Spend some time in meditation and really reflect on that. Immerse yourself in the sensory experience of darkness too. Maybe, sleep with an eye mask, or, allow yourself to have an eye mask on while you breathe in fresh air and just listen to the sounds of nature, or feel the ground beneath your feet at night, and just really let the beauty and the tranquility of whether it's the trees, or, a forest, or the ocean, or just the grass underneath your feet, really take it in, and just let it rejuvenate your spirit. It really is beautiful. And then, of course, one of my favorite ways to connect with nature is stargazing. So spend time looking at the beautiful night sky. If you stare at the sky, I don't know anyone who hasn't felt small when you lay on the ground, and if you can, go somewhere where it's really, really dark, not a lot of light, from the city or whatever, and really look at the stars. And you feel so small, like you realize just the vastness of the universe, how we're just here on this planet that's spinning around in space. And, you can really reflect on the interconnectedness of all things and our place among the stars. We are there. We are here among the stars, all of us. So that's really an awesome way. I love doing that. I love looking at the stars and the moon, of course, the moon. So the second way, of course, is inner reflection, right? And that's journaling. That's your meditation practice. That's having your gratitude journal. So really recommit, and especially we're in Mercury retrograde at this point, right? Revisit those practices if you have fallen out of line with them. If you haven't journaled in a while, you haven't meditated in a while, and you haven't really, started and ended your day with gratitude, let's revisit that, and recommit to reflecting on the past year. It is the end of the year, and what an awesome time of year to reflect and, look back on how much you've grown, on any challenges that happened this year that you've overcome. What lessons did you learn? What changed for you? Some of us have been through major transformation. Some of us have experienced maybe a year of peace and quiet. And there's a lot of growth that happens during that time too. But really allow yourself to journal and express, your hopes, your dreams. What do you want to maybe manifest? And really dive deep into your meditation practice. I do use the Insight Timer app. I have used it for, several years now. And I have a few meditations on there, and I will be uploading more for you to practice and make meditation a part of your life, because, oh my goodness, the benefits are huge. If you've read anything about our mind, the power of the brain, the subconscious mind, bring meditation into your life. It will absolutely shift your energy in big, big ways. So it really allows you to let go of stress, anxiety, negativity, and move through life, having a sense of calm and stillness, just like darkness, right? There's a peace in the dark, I find. It doesn't have to be scary, And then the third way, which is one of my favorite ways, is, it's through ritual and ceremony. So I like to have a little maybe area that you can create your own winter solstice altar. So I have a little area. It's like my little altar. I actually have several areas where I have my candles, my crystals, certain pictures maybe of loved ones who are no longer here, objects that have specific, that are meaningful symbols to me, prayers and affirmations. Create this for yourself. Create a space, whether it's in your bedroom or your home. It can be a shelf. It's just a beautiful way to have a special place that's kind of your place to go to, your place to sit near, and allow yourself to sit there in meditation and prayer and be still, be still. It's important to take time to be still in this busy, busy, busy season, Fire, burn, if you have a fire pit, get a fire pit, right? Having a fire, it symbolizes warmth, you start looking forward to the return of the light as we're going through the winter solstice. And when I look at a fire, I don't know, it's like, I think transformation. I think it's a promise of new beginnings, a burning away of the old and a welcoming of the new. So that's kind of a really cool ritual to do, is have a little fire ceremony, And, think of the animals, how they're going inward, they hibernate. This is what we're doing, we're gathering inward. We're going inward. We're reflecting on our inner landscape and, celebrating the winter solstice with meaning and, make it meaningful to you, Share a winter solstice feast is another way, Get your loved ones together and create a winter solstice meal, celebrate it. Say, hey, it's a winter solstice tonight. Let's make a meal, to express gratitude, celebrate that sense of community, that you have in your life, the spirit of community and connection that is in your life, We're not in the dark alone here. Remember who's around you during this time. So these spiritual practices, they really, I think, can connect you to a deeper meaning, to Mother Nature's turning of the wheel, this longest night of the year. And as we move through the winter weeks, and I don't know, you just kind of embrace this energy of transformation. I don't know. It's kind of exciting. I love the end of a year and the beginning of a new one. I just love like the turning of the wheel. It's like, oh, okay. Look at all that happened. Life is such an adventure. Life is such an adventure. It really is. So yeah, so try those out. And for those of you who have the Sprinkles of Spirit card deck, if you don't, I would love for you to get it. Check out my Etsy shop. I'm working with the beautiful It's a purple indigo, bluish purple color. It's really pretty. It's probably my favorite color of the deck. And I'm working with that during the season of winter. So your angel message and your affirmation this week is forgive. And it says, when I accept and release past mistakes, I let go of pain, keeping only the lessons and the love. And how beautiful to kick off the winter solstice with forgiveness. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Forgiveness is found when we go inward, and so allow yourself, write this down in your journal. Who do I still need to forgive? And maybe it's you. Have I not forgiven myself? Let that be your journal prompt for this week. Write about that. That's your homework. I'm giving you homework this week. Who do I need to forgive? And have I forgiven myself? Yeah. When I accept and release past mistakes, I let go of pain, keeping only the lessons and the love. And we find that by going inward. So, yeah. It really is a special time of year to deepen your spiritual journey and, really to connect to and discover your divine purpose, your higher holy self, what all of that means. So stay with me on this path. I'm so grateful that you're tuning in with me each week. I hope you make this your own winter solstice ritual, joining me for the podcast. Light your candle while you're listening to my voice. Get your journal out. Diffuse some winter essential oils such as peppermint, eucalyptus, rosemary, make it really special each week as we finish out the year together. So I'm grateful for you. Thank you for tuning in. And until next time, have a beautiful week. Namaste.